Welcome to 848 Dune Road, First Dunes' latest spec home. So that means this was not a custom home. We custom built this to our specifications for a future buyer, somebody who might really fall in love with this that we haven't met yet. So I'll give you a quick tour of the outside. Over here you have the garage right here in the porte cochere, and you have two garages underneath the guest suite. And then we come up the front stairs here. That's where you enter the main house. There's a breezeway between the guest suite and the main house that's covered with a really beautiful custom-built cedar arbor. And then we have living space on the first floor, including an infinity pool on the back deck facing out to Moriches Bay. Up on the second floor, we have the primary suite. We've got two guest suites up there. And then on the third floor, we have two spectacular guest suites with unbelievable views. As I just noted, we have this really cool arbor over here. We just finished, so we haven't had the opportunity to landscape this yet with a beautiful planter and get some vines growing up and over this, but just imagine what that'll look like when it's all built. Over here on the front porch, we've got some rocking chairs right off the kitchen, and over here, the first floor suite has its own porch area with a sliding glass door, so the guests on that first floor suite can also just come outside, come in and out freely as they wish. And then as I walk over here, we have our beautiful guest wing that's semi-attached to this home, and inside of here you have a king-size bed, an ensuite bathroom, and a nice dining table and seating area for true privacy for your most important guests. But let's go take a look inside the main house. So as we enter the house, the first thing you're going to see is this beautiful kitchen, all Gaggenau appliances. One of the really cool things about this home that's new for us is it's the first home we're doing with induction cooking, paired with the fact that it's also a heat pump Mitsubishi Hyperheat home. That means that this home is essentially set up to be completely gas-free. We do have a couple of gas-burning appliances, such as the washer dryer, a decorative fireplace, and a water heater. But generally speaking, the core of the house is all set up for no gas. The centerpiece of the kitchen is the cook's workstation. We had a lot of back and forth, and if we show you the rendering for this home, we actually had this workstation rotated the other way. But ultimately, as we laid this home out in the field and got to stand in the space, even though it was dark and rainy in here in the middle of winter, we got a feel for the fact that what was great was about this was the openness. And even though on plan, with the island turned the other way, it felt better, you really could not have the cook looking out at the water. And one of the greatest features about an induction cooktop is it allows us to use a downdraft ventilation system. So I push the button over there and up comes the ventilation. In front of me here, you have the Gaggenau induction cooktop. What's really special about Gaggenau's product is that anywhere on this surface is active for you to be able to cook. So you can cook up to 5 different pans at one time, and you can place it here, give it a temperature, and then if you need this spot for something else, you could just pick it up and move it over here. The cooktop will know what temperature you wanted it to be, and it'll detect that that pan's moved here and just instantly transition and allow you to use this spot for something else. Spills, anything like that, are so easy to clean up. No hot grates, nothing to mess with. And you know, it's fantastic like that. Plus, almost as soon as you take something hot off of the cooktop, the surface is cool. So you don't have to worry about children burning their hands or you burning your hands. And generally it gives you a really clean aesthetic. So as you come back around, I can show you one of the other beautiful features about this kitchen that's, as you can see, set for a real chef. We have over here a drawer with your sheets and some other racks. We don't have it fully equipped yet, but you can see over here all the chef's tools, including a knife's block right there for the chef. And then down below, right at ready hand, all your pots and pans right where you need them. And then we have shelving for spices and then shelving for boards over here. So really great spot. As we turn, we built this house in the middle or the end of the pandemic, but at the peak of the supply chain crisis that hit the building industry. And one of the big issues we had was getting a window this large from any of the American window manufacturers was impractical. It was going to take more time than it took us to build the house. And we really don't need a venting window in this kitchen. We have a huge sliding glass door in this room. We have plenty of ventilation both from the hood and from our ERV system that provides consistent fresh air to the home. So we just needed a beautiful view of the breezeway that connects the two structures here. And so what we did was we used Versatex cellular PVC trim boards, and we had our carpenters here in the field custom fabricate a window frame that I designed using Marvin Windows' cut sheets and their section drawings. You know, we adapted that to work with Versatex's profiles, and this was constructed here in the field. And then we just ordered a similar glass to what's in our window package here, and this was perfectly air sealed and built just like a regular window would be, just right here in the field and glazed in place, giving us this seamless view and allowing us to build this house. We integrated into this home really nice Kohler state-of-the-art touchless fixtures, which, as I just demonstrated there, my favorite feature of is this really fantastic blade style cleaning, which when you're trying to clean things off of a plate, there's really nothing better than that type of a spray, that fan spray that Kohler is known for. And it has also a boost button to give you a little extra pressure. It's a really great fixture. And this is also another Kohler product right here that has these super durable grates inside to protect the bottom, but also give you a place if you want to prep some vegetables here or whatever it may be, or you want to just have something air drying, you can let it drip dry right there into the sink. As a normal house this would have, we have fully integrated dishwashers, 2 of them. We have some nice overhead storage for cups and plates and more above there. And then we come around behind me and we have this awesome setup of a Gaggenau steam oven. This is the first time we've done one of these. They're pretty complex to integrate because you have to provide both a drain line and a cold water line. But my wife and I cooked a challah in here last week, and it's really unbelievable. The steam from Gaggenau, and I maybe can demo this real quick, gives you some really interesting options that a lot of other steam ovens don't. So if you look on this screen, you can see I have a choice of a temperature, and I also have a choice of a humidity level. So what that allows me to do is, it allows me to control, obviously, the temperature and let me cook in there as if I was cooking, you know, in a regular convection oven or even in a broiler. But then I can add humidity. Or if I want to be in, like, you know, a low humidity environment, this is actually the setting we use to bake a bread. Then I can also add a dose of steam. Once it's warmed up, I can actually add a steam dose to it. So if I think when my food is drying out or whatever it may be, I can make the chamber a little bit more humid. What this allows you to do for your day-to-day cooking is, let's say you want to create some really crispy broccoli and you want to cook it quick. So you can basically set this thing up to be 100% humidity inside, which is right there, sous vide cooking. You can set it to be 100% humidity as if you were steaming. And then when it's done being steamed and it's already softened, you can switch and turn on the convection and the broil, and you can now put a crisp on it. All in the same place, don't have to take it out, and super easy to clean. Speaking of which, the way the Gaggenau system works, there's actually a device that you can put inside here, up top. You screw it in, and if I pull this dirty pan out, you can see there's a drain inside there. So it will actually spray detergent and water inside the chamber, run down the drain, and self-clean itself. So you can make a mess in there. You could roast a pork butt in there, get it real crispy, pull apart like your classic barbecue style, make a big mess in there, put the cleaning element in, let it clean, done. You're in great shape. Down below, we have, traditionally we've used this oven a bunch of times. This is Gaggenau's wall convection oven. This is a fantastic convection oven. If you want to bake a pizza, something like that, you've never gotten a better crisp on a pizza than this oven. This can get to basically actual pizza oven temperatures. You don't even really need the pizza stone, which it comes with, but you can put that in. It also comes with these beautiful blue enamel trays that you can roast in. Everything comes in and out beautifully, and it's really, it seems a little challenging at first, and sometimes our clients look at this stuff and they go, this is too high tech for me. But I like to cook them a meal on their equipment so they really understand that it's very approachable, and everything you do comes out better with this fantastic equipment. So this is a combination of both a microwave and a convection oven. And so what it does, I guess the power's not on, but it's basically your standard microwave. But if you want to cook something, you know, like you need to make, you know, pigs in a blanket for the kids, or you need to just toast something or anything like that, you just put that in on the broil function in here. And this thing is a toaster oven, But if you want to make your bag of popcorn, throw that in there. It's a microwave. Or if you're just roasting a small chicken or something like, minor, and you don't need the big oven, then you can roast it right in there. We really don't like to waste too much space on closets. So for pantry space in the kitchen, we use these motorized pull-out pantries that are Blum Advantos hinges and motor elements. These are reorganizable shelves, so you can change the pantry as you like. And you have this whole wall of pantry space, which is really fantastic. You want to be able to entertain here. So over here we have separated from the rest of the kitchen with a really generous aisle where the intention is that 2 people can stand back to back. And somebody can be assisting the cook or even working on their own project over here. And another person can be either hanging out with the guests or entertaining them, making drinks, whatever it may be. And all of that can happen without interrupting either the cook or the person who's helping with cleanup and prep over in the corner. And to the same concept, any of these people can circulate through this kitchen in a lot of different ways to access either this microwave, which is really easily accessible, or any of these pantry drawers, or the tall pantry, or even the refrigerator, all without crossing paths. Or, I know the bear is a big show right now, so no one has to shout corner in here or behind or anything like that, because there's plenty of ways to not get in someone's corner or get behind them. And to us, that's the key. If you're gonna have a house with 7 bedrooms, we could have like 15, 18 people spending the weekend in this house. So this could become Grand Central Station over here, and it's really important that it's peaceful through all of that, and that you can get your meals produced in a joyful, fun way that doesn't feel like a chore. And that's why we like to put these toys, these really beautiful cooking equipment that lets you exercise your skills, learn a little bit more, and make some delicious meals for your family and friends and never have to leave your house.